Hello, everyone. Just wanted to pop on in to the channel for a minute or a few to discuss about, really quick, I'm going to discuss about my thoughts and opinions on the new Bachmann Thomas stuff. Everything's been great. I love everything that's been revealed. The reintroduction of Salty, the announcement of Sir Handel next week on Train World's live stream on YouTube and Facebook. We will be getting the announcement of Ryan, which is really cool. Me personally, I do not care for Ryan because Ryan is a CGI character and I just don't really care for him as much. So nonetheless, in the announcement of the Red, or the re-announcement of the Red Express coaches, all that jazz. But, now, here are my thoughts on what they should do next. Now, I did select 3 steam engines, 3 diesel engines. It's kind of funny because the 3 diesel engines kind of had the same color scheme, and then the steam engines are kind of fall colored. It's kind of funny, but for the diesel engines, I'm gonna say it would be nice to see Boko, Derek, and D261 or Bowler. And me personally, I think if they want to go the easy route, just do Boko, because he's a classic character. He hasn't had a whole lot of merchandise. He's got a pretty good following of fans and everything. But me personally, I think it would be great to see him come in. That would be fantastic. Derek would be something that I would love to have. For Derek, he's a unique character. Yes, he's only appeared a couple of times, and I don't know. I just think that he's a season 5 character that only appeared once, and personally, I would just love to see him come back. He's only had, I believe, 2 toys, I want to say. He's only had his Ertl model, and he's only had his 1 railway model. And I'm sure Bachmann is basing their products on the popular characters, but can we please get some abstract or lesser known characters, please? I mean, for God's sakes. We got freaking Paxton, we got Red Rosie. I mean, come on, we got obscure CGI characters. Can we please get some obscure classic characters? I mean, I think if you make Derek or Boko or D261, I just think that would be a good route to go. And, and speaking of D261, the Hornby one is too hard to find. It is extremely hard to come by. It's extremely rare. And it's definitely something that I think Bachmann should, now get their hands on to try and do. I just think that, a Class 40 diesel locomotive for British Railways would be something, would be a sight to see for Bachmann. I think that would be a really good alternative. Because now that we have Daisy, it would be cooler to see these bigger diesels instead of repaints of Class 08s. Just saying. There's different size classes. There's different size diesels, like the steam engines. I mean, we have big engines. I mean, we have big steam engines, medium-sized steam engines, tank steam engines, tram engines that are steam. Can we please get more diesels? And that's why I'm asking for Bachmann to make at least those 3 diesel characters. Now, the 3 steam engines. Stepney. Stepney would be great. I heard there's a lot of like copyright stuff going on around that. If that's true, then let me know in my comments or message me about it. I don't really know. And then I just think, once again, the Hornby one, it's too expensive. It's barely ever on eBay, and I don't like. Now I know it's exclusive to the Terrier, because Hornby just used their Terrier model for Stepney for the actual basis, and then just put his face on. Me personally, I don't like the black step ladders or guards or whatever, because they get caught on the rail crossings and stuff. So it's not easy to run if you have a lot of rail crossings and switches. So, it's just something that I have issues with. Then, for a medium-sized tank engine, I would like to see Arthur. I think Arthur would be really cool. Just because he's... I don't know what it is. I really liked his character in the model series, and I think that, basically the Unlucky Tug, when he made his realistic model of Arthur, I honestly have to say it would be really cool if Bachmann actually made one. I just think that he would be a really cool character, something unique, something that nobody would ever think of. And it would just be a breath of fresh air if we could get an LMS engine in the Thomas range. I think that would be great. Then the last engine would be Murdoch. I think Murdoch would be fantastic. Because, one, the Hornby one, again, it's extremely expensive on the secondary market. It's a big engine, and just about every Thomas fan has one. I sadly do not have a version of the model, and it's really, I kind of want to see Bachmann pull it off. I really want them to make Murdoch, because I can tell you right now, if they announced Murdoch right now, I would pre-order that sucker, because I really want Murdoch. He was one of my favorite engines in the Thomas range in the newer seasons, because he's a big, strong engine who pulled a lot of freight cars, and to me, he kind of reminds me of the Bachmann Overland Unlimited set, or Limited set, something like that, and that's what he reminded me of, and it just, man, I really, really wanted a version of him from Bachmann for a long time. So, those are my top 3 diesel and steam engines that I think that they should do. Now, which ones would I choose over the other? If I had to choose one diesel and one steam, I'm going to say it, but I think the best 2 sellers would probably be Stepney and D261, just because of their iconic rivalry in the show, and I just think they would be the best suited for being the next 2 Thomas models, unless you do Stepney and Boco. But in terms of rolling stock, I would have to say the breakdown train. The breakdown train is definitely something that Bachmann can do, because Bachmann already makes American breakdown trains. So why on earth haven't we gotten a Thomas version of the breakdown train? Now, I get it. If they're called Judy and Jerome, fine. But me personally, I would rather do them instead of Rocky, because Rocky would be way too expensive and something that not everybody's gonna have a chance to own, because Rocky would just be too expensive. And me personally, just do the breakdown train. That's just something that I've been wanting ever since I was getting into this line. I mean, Hornby did it, but I want to see Bachmann do it. I guess I would like to see more flat wagons, like flatbeds and stuff like that, like with different loads instead of logs. I would like to see those, like the oil drums and the box, or the crates. I've seen a couple of those, or the pipes. Something. I want to see different loads on the flatbeds. I don't really want to see logs. I mean, I don't know why Bachmann hasn't started to make separate selling loads, for the cargo cars and stuff like that. I just think that would be a good alternative. But instead, we're getting HO figurines of characters from the cartoon and the show, and it's just, ugh. I would rather have more, cargo for the rolling stock, and, just to expand the cargo a lot more, and the freight cars. But yeah, the main piece of rolling stock that I would like to have is the breakdown train and the reintroduction of the tar tanker. Please, Bachmann, get rid of the stupid water tanker. Get rid of the stupid raspberry tanker, cream tanker, whatever. Get rid of it. Can we please just get rid of the CGI era tankers? I would rather see the oil car be turned back into the tar tanker. We already have the Sodor fuel. We don't need another one, like a Diesel Works wagon or whatever. We just need the tar wagon to return. That's the only other piece of rolling stock that I would like to see be returned, is the tar tanker. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. I know it's probably not a very impressive list, but it's something that I think that we all really should eventually get. I mean, Arthur and Murdoch, that would be fantastic, because then we would be halfway done with the new engines that were introduced to us in season 6 and 7. And I just think that it would be fantastic to have, because we would have Salty, we would have Emily, Spencer, Murdoch, Arthur, and then the only other one we would need is Harvey. And that's another thing. Harvey should be made as well. But I get it. If nobody really wants Harvey, I understand. It's just something that I just think Harvey's such a unique engine and a unique character that I think that it would be really cool to actually see him return into the Thomas into the Bachmann range. I just think that would be great. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend here and now, and hope you all enjoyed this video. Anyways, see you later. Peace.